Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Department in the Spotlight. I'm Captain Lloyd Mack, and with me is,
Command Master Chief Tisdale.
and I'm very lucky today to have with us Lieutenant Andrew Giddings. He's my Judge Advocate General Corps officer.
sir.
I'm happy to have him here today, and today he's going to talk to us about his department and what he does for us. So over to you, Jack.
Great. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, CMC, for having me. My pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
So, I'm happy to provide details about our department and all the work we do. I think we have sort of three core areas that some people may not realize kind of everything we work on. And happy to go into the details. I think the core areas we deal first and foremost is advising the command. So advising you, sir, and advising the triad regarding the wide range of issues.
And I'm grateful because you keep me out of a lot of trouble.
I try my best, sir. So, we have a great team here, and we also, coordinate back with our JAG headquarters as necessary, or our Office of General Counsel. And basically, the way I view it, it's essentially your general counsel here. So we provide advice on anything from ethics to administrative to military justice to if there's environmental issues, whatever issue you name it, we're here as your resource for that, and also to get you the resources you need for that if we need the expertise elsewhere. So I think that's kind of one of our primary role here in our department. And I think on that front, another thing to mention briefly on that is that I think also just to be reminded of our kind of operational focus. I mean, as you know, we're an operational base, and we always have to be prepared for any type of contingency, whether it's natural or otherwise. And that has legal aspects. Obviously, the focus is not legal, but we're always prepared to support any type of exercise, any type of operation when the legal advice is required on that front.
Yeah. Now, can you tell me about we've talked previously about SOFA authorities and how that plays and my role in that. You want to explain to the audience what that means?
Yes, sir. I mean, basically, your second, of the three sort of large areas we advise on, the second one really is on the Status of Forces Agreement. That's the U.S. and Japan Status of Forces Agreement that sets out our entire relationship here with the Japanese authorities and kind of allows us to be here. And our really second role in that is to deal with all those interactions between the U.S. side here and the Japanese authorities on criminal and civil matters.
Right.
So, and your really coverage is broad. We cover all criminal matters from the installation perspective, dealing with the Japanese authorities. And on the claim side, it's even broader. We cover all U.S. Marine Corps cases for the entire area, Tokyo, Yokohama. And then on the claim side, it's broad as well. We cover the Marine Corps cases. We cover all Navy cases as well, because we've taken on, one of the things to mention is we've taken on a lot of the claims from Yokosuka as well.
Right.
So we process those and send claims up to the 5th Air Force. But the bottom line is anything to do with the Japanese authorities is kind of working with our office and coordinating with our office to meet our obligations, because the Status of Forces Agreement is an international agreement where we have certain obligations vis-a-vis the Japanese authorities. And also we have certain protections and rights for service members. Right. So we try to make sure that every party is basically following what they have to do.
So typically, any sailor falls under our jurisdiction in case it comes to criminal law or anything that would be an interaction with Japanese authority, correct?
Exactly, sir. I mean, the typical thing is if someone unfortunately gets in trouble, out in town with the Japanese authorities and has to be addressed one way or the other, that's one of our SOFA cases on the criminal side. And often, as you know, here in Japan, we have obviously a very important alliance and relationship with the Japanese authorities, and it's absolutely essential that we maintain these good relationships. So part of it is navigating that nuance to make sure that the rights of the service members are protected, but also to address the concerns of the Japanese authorities.
Okay. Now moving on to a little more closer home, what kind of services does your office provide for the individual sailor here on base?
Yes, sir. That's kind of the third area we really do. We provide services on a wide range of things. I'm kind of the face of our office. Usually most people come in and they see notaries and power of attorney services. Right. That's kind of the face-to-face we see primarily. We don't have a full legal assistance office here because we're a small office. We have what's been viewed by the JAG Corps as really a model for remote legal assistance provision. So we can have someone come in if they need to talk about a larger issue, divorce, custody, landlord-tenant issues, whatever it is. We can set up an appointment for them in Yokosuka at our large central office, or we can have it remotely done here in a secure space and have that done, schedule and set it up for them. So we really can provide that. We also provide immigration naturalization assistance as well, and we provide kind of that claims aspect I mentioned. It's not only claims, again, Japanese U.S. claims, but often there'll be individuals here involved in claims against the government or individuals who actually have claims against the Japanese authorities. So that falls kind of under our larger legal assistance type work, and we can help people sort of navigate that process as well. So there's all those, and then I'd say finally on that, we also have assistance for people looking for private organizations if they're operating, how they follow the rules, how they operate on board the installation, and people looking to work out in town or on board the installation, really out in town as well. And any Japanese relationship there, we can help people sort of navigate that process as best they can because it's pretty complicated.
You also look into when someone wants to start their own business here on base, we would take a legal review of that as well, correct?
Exactly, sir. I mean, it's not the same as the United States. So we are, that status forces agreement that I mentioned earlier for the criminal side, as I said, covers claims. It also covers a lot of things about what people can and can't do because we are guests of this country. So there's a whole web to navigate about some people wanting to do businesses. So our mission, I view it as our mission to try to get to yes if we can under the existing rules so that people can contribute whatever business they have to the community and also do well by themselves and get that experience. But there is a complicated web of regulations that we tried our best to get people to yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, I think we're running out of time, so I want to really say thank you again for joining us this week. But before we go, can you tell us where you're located and the hours that you operate?
Yes, sir. We're on the third deck of the headquarters building, so building 949, and we're basically open. Our standard hours are 07:30, really to about 16:30. We do have notary power of attorney hours at limited times because, as I said, we have a wide range of things we do. So there's typically our Mondays and Wednesdays from 13:30 to 1500. We can do by appointment if necessary, but we really try to focus on those hours. One thing I also want to mention, sorry, sir, I almost forgot. We do have a tax center now because it's tax season, and Ellen Lipowski has been managing that tax center here, and he's been doing a great job of it. That's open Monday through Thursdays in the evenings to help people out, 1600 to 2000, and Tuesdays and Fridays, 1100 to 1500 as well. And that's designed for really to get people to learn how to do their own taxes. So it's a Navy program to get people up to speed, so that way going forward they can really do it on their own as well, and we can provide assistance in that respect.
Okay, great. Well, that does it for us here at NEF Atsugi. Again, I want to thank Lieutenant Giddings for joining us. Sorry we probably went a little long, but a lot of great information again, so I want to thank you, and for us here, say goodbye.